Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages, where we tap in and see what messages come out for us. Oops, that was quick. Boom, bada bing. What messages are coming out for us today? I think this is. What is this one? Communication, maybe? Communication. The energy of communication makes you aware that you are able to communicate with your body and understand its signals in solving its discomforts. The energy brings both your body and your spirit into deeper contact with each other. Yes, because it is through our body that we can recognize what it is that we need to work on, heal, release, all of those things, right? Like, even just as simple as when you are feeling or recognize that you are feeling run down or tired, right? It's your body letting you know that it needs a little bit more rest, that it needs to heal, and to listen to our bodies and give it what it needs, right? Sometimes we need more greens. Sometimes we need a nice fruit smoothie, right? Sometimes we'll be like, ooh, I really feel like bananas and strawberries right now. Well, your body is needing the nutrition, the nutrients, the refreshments that it's calling for, right? So give it what it needs. Give it what it needs. Water, rest, exercise. Sometimes we got to take ourselves for a walk, right? Get the body moving, get the chi moving within our bodies. Our bodies are our indicators. It is what speaks to us. And if we don't listen, it speaks louder. And if we still don't listen, it starts to yell and scream sometimes. Okay. Because, and then, the extremes that it will go to get your attention. And of course, if we refuse to hear, then it's not good for any of us, any parts of us, right? So learning to touch base, learning to go within, to check in with how you're feeling, how your body feels. Same with your nervous system, right? This is why we heal our nervous systems, so that when it's feeling a little out of whack, as opposed to being out of whack is its baseline, right? We reset the baseline of your nervous system to calm. And then when you go within and check in with your nervous system, how does my nervous system feel about this decision, about going in this direction, about doing this thing, saying this thing, engaging in this thing? We are more able to hear its subtleties before it starts yelling at us, right? Okay. So as the temperature drops, the bat quiets and turns inward. The business of life comes to a standstill, and she uses this in-between period for self-reflection and to build inner strength for when it will all start again. She pulls all her awareness and resources in towards herself, concentrating her power. Isa not only sounds like the word ice, but also means ice and is the symbol of I, or the self. In many Northern European cultural traditions, ice is the formative element and the essence of all things. Isa is a very strong rune with an element of danger. I am the Batman. The inward facing, quieting stillness can lull you to sleep, and in bitter cold, sleep can bring death. The message of Isa is one of finding inner strength, self-reliance, self-awareness, and self-acceptance. It halts activity until a change is made, whether from within or without. The key words are stillness, self-control, focus, stability, and stasis. Stasis? Stasis. Yes. And the communication that you connect with when you allow this quiet, this stillness, right? We've got so much distraction, all these things coming at us from all directions. Do this, do that. Other people wanting us to tend and do things for us and expecting things of us. And it can be very challenging to find the space, the place to quiet and go within and hear what your internal needs are. But you are only able to help others based on the energy levels you actually have within, right? So you help others by nurturing yourself, because then you have more of yourself to give. Yes, when it's needed. Right? It's like when you have to move and someone shows up to help you, but they're exhausted, right? And so they end up being more of a hindrance than a help, because they're falling asleep on all the furniture instead of moving it, or whatever, right? Wherever you want to take the analogy. But if that person were to listen to themselves and take the necessary naps, rests, breaks, whatever they need to do to re-empower, reinvigorate, then they are, offering way more help and support. They're moving things, they're lifting things, they're doing things, and they're done. And you're like, whoa, that was quick. And you're like, yep, boom, bada bing, let's get this done, right? It's a whole different energy, a whole wider range of capability and potential. Okay. So, we're starting with the moon coming out. So this is the unknown. These are the, we got another one. The unknown, the yet to be revealed, the things hiding in the dark. Okay, there are lots of unknowns in this world, and this is why it's important to make sure that you are in a state of readiness, of preparedness, so that you are able to conquer whatever this world brings forth, whatever is meant to, whatever reveals itself, right? And this transitionary period. So this is like, it's giving me that lion vibes, right? Where you are mindfully utilizing your energy, mindfully using your energy to, and not wasting it on little things, right? So that you have all the energy you need for the big things. Okay, well, it's been a few days since I let the cards lay. So let's do it. They wanted to come out like this. So we let them. Okay. Let's see. We've got this one on top. Okay, yes, death. Okay, this is the transformation process. This is the release of all that no longer serves, of the old version of self, the old versions of self, because this transformation process is unending. It is always, okay? It's very important to growth, to expansion, to transformation. You can't transform from one thing into another thing without first that old thing dying, right? The caterpillar and the butterfly. If you're going to get sick of this analogy or this reference, then this isn't the site for you, because it's the most effective and potent example that I can think of, because the just the process, it's such a beautiful process, showing of our spiritual growth, our expansiveness in something that we can see in real time working, right? The caterpillar has to die in order for the butterfly to be born. There's no take backsies, there's no in betweensies, right? It's all or nothing. You don't kind of die, you don't kind of transform, you all the way transform. Okay, so that's that. Also, this idea of, um, well, the transforming, right? This is, don't fear the death of things, because it signals the birth of something else. And this is also a show of your focus. If your focus is on the things that are dying versus the things that are yet to be born, one is holding on to the past and the other is hopeful for the future. And we want to put our energy into the hope for the future, because we can't go back. We're only moving forward. We don't want to bring regret um, and the lingerings of the past into our future, unless they are meant to aid and support our transformation, right? We can bring wisdom, we can bring knowledge, we can bring experience from the past, right, into the future, but there's still a releasing, a letting go of the old. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, we got the King of Cups and people. Okay, so there are people who are yet to be revealed, who are coming into your world, okay, who are attracted to your heart and your transformation. And I want to call these people like your soul tribe people, the people who resonate at the same level that you do, or at least can recognize the levels that you are resonating at, and they're like, I like that. Right? We also got the King of Cups here. So this is the emotionally regulated, confident, capable king here, who is ready to share their heart, to communicate with compassion. Okay, so this could be you. This could be the version of you that people are drawn to. Okay, this could also be someone who is coming in who stands out a little bit more above the rest. Okay, this could be a business partner or a lover, a best friend, a soul contract of some kind, right? And they could be coming with all the people. Okay, because I'm getting with this one, it's almost like two worlds coming together, right? This in between period, between the old and the new, the old world and the new world, but it's also very much two worlds coming together. So take what resonates for you. Okay. Oh, so we do have the Two of Cups here. So I'm getting whatever these soul tribe people who are coming into your life, drawn to your heart. They are twins, twin flames, matches, soul, other overflowing cups coming together to join in on the gorgeousness that is you. Okay. And we also have introspection here. So let's see how this plays out. Let's just go here. Okay, we got destiny, we got truth, We got speaking your truth. We've got the new. Okay, the ace. Aces typically represent new things. This is new action. This is why this is like claiming your destiny, claiming your truth, because there's a newness to it, right? Arthur, I don't think he really thought beyond whether or not the sword was going to come out for him, right? He just was like, I'll try pulling that sword. And then once he had the sword, it was like, oh, whoa, now what, right? So there is that. Okay, let's go up here. We've got the Empress and the King of Swords here. So that is beautiful. The Empress is shining and holding the frequency of love, okay? So whether or not this is another aspect of you, your masculine, who is open, loving, and confident, and this balance between the masculine and feminine that people are drawn to, or this is a King of Cups, an open heart individual who you are drawing in. Okay, the Empress attracts, she brings in, she attracts. She attracts. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. And then the King of Swords over here. This is your discernment. This is who the people have to pass through before they get to be a part of your life, right? Your ability to discern friend or foe. This is another important part of your nervous system, baseline, connecting, calming, clearing, because that's going to be your biggest indicator of whether or not a person and their intentions are heart-based or not, right? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a protection here. I want to say this connection, these connections, you in your receiving state is very protected, and this overflowing cuppage, it's kind of like the king is like, do you have an overflowing cup? Yes. Okay, you can go in, you can proceed, right? Yes, because when people are in a reciprocating overflow state, everybody's cup is overflowing into everybody's cup is overflowing into everybody's cup is overflowing, right? And there's nobody who is empty with their cup trying to, take. There's no taking in that energetic way. It is just a mutual giving and overflow. Okay, what do we got here? Wow, this is gorgeous. Okay, so the Hermit. Yes, to become an overflowing cup, one must hermit and introspect. Okay, this is part of discovering your truth, claiming your destiny as one who is shining liquid sunshine out of their faces. Okay. And look at this. I love these two together. I love these two together because this is exactly it. This is like-minded, beautiful partnerships. This is what is coming. So this is like friendships and lovers. You got all the things coming towards you. Friendships and lovers. We'll take it. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful and gorgeous. Okay, let's let's open it up and see if any other cards want to come and be a part of this reading here to give us an indicator on the kinds of beautiful relationships that are coming your way. Okay, we've got your intuition coming out. So trust your intuition. You've done enough work. This is the other thing about your regulated nervous system. Your higher self, your intuition, your spirit guides, they are all speaking subtly, quietly. They're not arguing, they're not forcing, they're not convincing. They are just quietly suggesting, because you have your own free will to make your own choices, right? But your higher self, I think it's called your soul star chakra, where your higher self views things from. It's like, depending, but could be about 6 feet above your head. And from that perspective, they can see a lot more than you can, right? So when you're like, I'm going to go left here, and they're like, ooh, but I can see that if you were to go right, you'd run into this person, you'd interact with this, you'd pick up this piece of information, which will actually get you closer or faster to where you want to go, right? But you can't hear that if you are shut off, if you are dealing with an unregulated nervous system, if you've got too much distraction and noise, and if your self-doubt, if your mind or your ego takes over, right? Then it will argue, it'll convince. It's like, there's been times where I've left to go into town, and my brain, it was cloudy, and my brain or my intuition was saying, bring your sunglasses. And my mind was like, what? Why do I need my sunglasses? It's not even sunny out. No, I don't need to bring my sunglasses. And then I go and I'm doing my running around in the town, and all of a sudden the sun peeks out. And wouldn't it be nice if I had my sunglasses right now? And it's in those moments where we don't take the opportunity to beat ourselves up because we didn't listen to ourselves. We use it as a indicator that, oh, next time maybe I will listen to those little subtle nudges, even if they don't make sense to my brain at the moment, right? And so that was a long way of saying to trust your intuition, because that is what is leading you, is guiding you. Yes, you are in receiving mode. Yes, you are drawing in these people, places, opportunities, and beautiful reciprocating relationships. But there is also they're all working in tandem with your higher self, your spirit team, and your intuition. Even if it's your intuition being like, trust this, right? I don't feel right with that person. No. Or, I do feel right with that person. Yes. This is all your higher knowing, your connection with your wisdom, your inner wisdom. Yes. Okay. That seemed like a long. Okay, what else here? We've got our intuition. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You are meant to have beautiful relationships here. This is what's protected, part of your destiny. Okay, and it's because of all this introspective work, this becoming an overflowing cup that you have done or in the process of doing. This is what is going to lead you to your soul tribe, and your soul tribe to you. Okay, this is what is going to make manifest your dreams, your dream life, your dream love, your dream relationships, your dream partnerships, your dream business ships, your dream personal ships, all of your ships. Okay, this is the becoming one able to receive your wishes, your manifestations in tandem with the receiving of them, because that's how it works, right? You become this receiver. You become this vessel able to hold liquid sunshine. And I think that's what stars, which are your wishes, they want to land in these beautiful cups of liquid sunshine. Okay, that's going off there. There's that beautiful thing. Okay, so don't doubt, just trust. Beautiful work that you have done, beautiful work that you are doing, and your intuition and spirit guides leading you along the way. Okay, that is what is going to get you to where you want to go and make manifest the things that you want in your life, including all the abundance in the world. Okay, this is that legacy that you leave behind. Okay, and we've got the magician at the bottom because you're a freaking alchemist. Your ability, because we're not, contrary to popular belief, we're not exiting the world here. We're still living in the 3 dimension. We're still living in this earth plane, on this earth plane. And there is contrast, there is shadow, there is paradox, there is light, there is dark. And this process isn't about denying or never interacting. Contrast is an important part of light, right? Just like light and shadow is a very important part of the 3 dimensional world. It's your ability to alchemize whatever comes to you into liquid sunshine. Okay, your ability to set a firm boundary and say no, period, for the good of all, right? And that takes your dragon, that takes your integrated shadow self. Otherwise, we're caught up in, oh, I don't want to make this person feel bad, right? By setting a firm boundary that will actually benefit all of us. Same with like in the beginning when we were talking about somebody helping you move, right? If you're exhausted and instead of showing up and being a burden, now you're falling asleep on furniture that now people can't move because you're all over it. Or, as an example, if you were to say, I'm sorry, I can't help you today. I really wanted to, but I have no energy to spare. Even though that might be disappointing to the other person because they were kind of relying on your help, it's better. It's for the good of all because you recognize that you're not going to be of help, right? As an example. Okay. I don't know why, but that's where we went and now we are moving on. Okay. I'm gonna get a crystal card still. Okay. The botanical oracle deck, which I don't use very often, wanted to come out. So let's see what it has to tell us, to contribute here with their guided wisdom. What do we got? Okay, we got the calla lily and bleeding hearts. Okay, a 4 and a 3. Interesting. So the calla lily is a water and earth element. What is going on? Okay. The balance of desire and spiritual attainment is found when calla lily turns up in a reading. It can indicate a time of personal empowerment or a relationship going well on all levels, indicating a match physically and spiritually. You might find yourself taking on the qualities of enchantment with a partner, or in turn being enchanted by another. Things are pleasurable, peaceful, and connected. Beautiful. Well, that's definitely what's going on over here. These relationships, these partnerships, these beautiful Unions are gorgeous, ever bearing fruit. Okay. Your affirmation: my spiritual nature and sexual nature are balanced and harmonious. Okay. So for some people, this is also a beautiful lover partnership. Okay. If that is what you are manifesting. And then we have the bleeding hearts, fire. Okay, bleeding hearts, what do you got for us? Bleeding heart asks you to reflect on the unhealed wounds of your heart. Where do you hold on to grief and pain? What unhealthy attachments bind you? What needs to be released to move on with your life? Notice how the plant spirit turns her back, turning away from the past to let it go. Okay, beautiful. Bleeding heart tells you to seek catharsis, often through tears, as the drop is also evocative of tears cleansing the heart. Don't be afraid to cry to heal. Each of the heart-shaped flowers need to crack and split open to bloom, to release the teardrop in order to heal. Gorgeous, because you need to feel it to heal it. Okay. This is part of that introspection, hermiting stage where you release the grief, the heartache, the wounds, the shadow, to make space for all of the liquid sunshine. Okay. Your affirmation is: my heart is whole and open to love. Okay, this is an important process in order to be able to receive these beautiful relationships, these heart-based um, ships that are coming towards you, right? If your heart still has wounds in it, that are unchecked, unreleased, unprocessed, then you run the risk of bleeding on these beautiful, loving relationships, or not being able to receive the lovingness that they want to share with you, because you're still have some tender areas that you are guarding. This is to say, you're not going to continue to guard your heart. It's just a different process than before, right? Where we overcompensate, overguard, over protect, sometimes to the detriment of all. It's like, if you truly want to feel the warmth of a space being a relationship with somebody else, you can't have one foot out the door, because then there will always be a draft running through the room, and you're never really going to know what it could have been if you were all in, if the door was closed, how beautiful and warm it could have been, right? Okay, we got the mushrooms to come out. We got blue pink gill. And this one's talking about rarity. Okay, the rarity that is you and what you have to offer this beautiful world and others. We've got being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite, as seen in the blue pink gill. Standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, But size doesn't equate to bigger and better. The simple act of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the larger scale. Yes, the simple act of witnessing. It's funny. Sorry, I'm totally going off the thing. I was looking at my crystal yesterday, which I tend to do, but this one here, um, it's a rutilated quartz, smoky rutilated quartz. It's got tiny rutile pieces. I don't know if it's going to show up on this camera here, but anyways, I was looking at it and I saw this little shape in here, which kind of looks like a bat or a bird. I don't know if you can see it. It's just flashing right in the center there. I don't know. But kind of also looks like a heart. And it reminded me of a friend of mine showed me one of their crystals. And as soon as she showed me, I picked it up and I looked at it and I saw this heart as plain as day right there. And I'm like, oh, there's this beautiful heart. And she's like, what? I look at that crystal all the time and I have never noticed that heart. How could I never have seen that heart? It's so blatant, right? And my first instinct was maybe the heart appeared when I held it. Like, anyways, there was something to do with things being perceived by you um, in a way that only you can perceive them, right? Like, what if crystals unlocked more of their gorgeousness every time someone interacted with them? And wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? So there's something to do with this witnessing, being witnessed, and how that has so much, I don't know, power and magic. Like, I just think about driving around and finding these beautiful places in the forest that very few people get to see, get to witness. And when you witness them, there's something just unexplainably magical about it. And I feel like the magic is within the witnessing of it, right? So if your purpose is only to witness the beauty around you, then that is a noble and glorious purpose to have. So don't judge yourself, what you feel called to do, what you do, um, based on anything other than your existence, your beingness, right? The people you interact with on a daily basis, whenever you go out into the world, whether it's shopping, doing your errands, or whatever, every person that you witness along the way, you are um, unlocking or adding to or somehow confirming their unique gorgeousness that they are bringing. Yes, yes. Okay, we'll go with it. Okay, where am I? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you will still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding you. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to take you down. You go unnoticed to some, but noticed to others. Blue is always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in the sea of the same? Stand tall and proud and enjoy being something special. Beautiful. Yes. And by you being something special, it's your knowing you are special. It's knowing that your resonance, your frequency that you are emitting is uniquely your own. One of the downloads I got the other day was thinking about that. Like, we are all one in in the sense that we are all part of the universe, the song that every individual contributes to, that whole, that oneness, that one song. But your instrument, the unique resonance that only you contribute, this is your individuality. This is your oneness within the oneness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, without you, the universe song could not be the same, because you're contributing notes, verse, sound, resonance is uniquely yours. Yes, that's what I want to say. Okay. So let's get a quick little golden card here. What to expect from the future. Okay. Let's try that again. What's our next move to be here? Or how are we proceeding from this moment? Yeah, what's our next move? What's our next move here? We're going within, we are recharging, we are listening to the communication of our bodies. Oh my goodness, these cards. Why are you flippy floppies? Okay, we got the King of Wands here. So this is keeping your eyes on the prize and moving forward confidently and charismatically, okay? That is what the King of Wands represents in my tarot deck. We will consult the book here and see what it means in this book, okay? King of Wands, a passionate person, possibly in a position of power, okay? This is the P-King, and this is you. This is why you are conserving your energy. This is why you are listening to your body to make sure that it is in its tippy-toppest shape it could be in. Because you are preparing to passionately position yourself in power, okay? Noble bearing, there's your blue royalty. This is the level that you are moving into. One of, I guess it's too hierarchical to think in those terms. So we'll just say a position of power, electric, energetic, a potent lover, okay? Yes, you cannot be a potent lover if you are exhausted. So preserve your power and prepare for possibilities, okay? Okay, the many seeds of this fruit, what is it? The pomegranate, of course. The P-King, of course it's a pomegranate. The many seeds of this fruit make it a symbol of fecundity for multiple gods. Its deep red color was thought to symbolize war, blood, and power, as well as love and passion. The symbol is the bull-horned crown of Hadad, the Semite king god of thunder and agriculture. Okay, so this is abundance. This is the passionate process of power claiming. Okay, I'll stop with the P's. But this is you moving towards the claiming of your self, your goals, your life, your love, your heart. Okay. So listen to your body, recuperate, regenerate whenever you feel you need to, because you are preparing to move passionately towards your beautiful gorgeousnesses that are en route to you. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. So that's the reading for today. I hope there was some good stuff in there for you to take with you and to digest, even if it's just a reminder to listen, to center, and to reconnect and allow your body what it needs when it asks for it. It's okay to do this, okay? So I appreciate you and I wish you all the luck on this, and I hope to see you tomorrow for another reading. Okay. Love you. See you next time. Okay, bye.